They have found a list of 30 some odd ministers that went to some of those, what they call them, freak off parties.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you.
P. Diddy, one of the biggest names in the music industry, a man who has shaped pop culture for decades, but now he's in the news for all the wrong reasons. And I'm not talking about some casual headline scandal. This is some deeply disturbing stuff. Allegations of abuse, manipulation, and exploitation that make you question everything you thought you knew about the guy. It all started when Cassie, his ex-girlfriend, dropped a bombshell. She filed a lawsuit accusing him of years of abuse, both physical and psychological. We're talking about serious allegations here: forced drug use, violent sexual encounters, and even claims that Diddy hired male prostitutes to carry out acts against her will. I mean, it's gut-wrenching, and when you hear all of this, it's not just about another celebrity scandal. It's about abuse of power, control, and how far some people will go when they think they're untouchable. Now, Diddy's response? He came out swinging, saying, "Enough is enough." He basically claimed that it was all lies, people looking for a quick payday, and for a minute, a lot of folks believed him. We've seen this play out before, right? Someone gets accused and immediately there's a split. Some people rush to defend the celebrity while others stand with the accuser. It's the classic he said, she said. But things took a nosedive for Diddy when a video from 2016 surfaced. Footage that showed him brutally abusing Cassie in a hotel. And folks, once that video came out, the game changed. When the CCTV video surfaced, showing Diddy physically assaulting Cassie in a hotel, he admitted that this was rock bottom for him, and while he apologized, it was too little, too late. His public image is completely shattered now. Howard University, which once awarded him an honorary degree, has stripped him of that honor, and cities like Miami Beach and New York are rescinding public recognitions he once held. This guy has gone from being celebrated as a cultural icon to being a symbol of abuse and exploitation. See, this isn't just about the man's reputation anymore. It's about cold, hard evidence. No one could defend him after that. And let me tell you something. In today's world, where cameras are everywhere, the truth has a way of coming to light. Just like Jesus said, what's done in the dark will be brought to the light. But here's where things get even worse. We're not just talking about one bad incident. The indictment against him reads like a crime novel: racketeering, sex trafficking, forced labor, and even kidnapping. I mean, come on. This is the kind of stuff you hear about in organized crime, not from a guy who's been at the top of the charts for years. They even found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil at his house. Let's not even try to imagine what that was for. So where does that leave us? Right now, these are still allegations, and he hasn't been convicted of these latest charges yet. But let's be real. Diddy's empire is crumbling, and fast, and for good reason. If even half of this is true, he's looking at some serious consequences. What's crucial here is that this isn't just another celebrity scandal. It's a moment where we see the limits of celebrity power. For years, it seems like Diddy used his wealth and influence to silence victims, whether through payoffs or intimidation. But as we're seeing now, no amount of money or fame can protect someone from the consequences forever. Diddy's downfall mirrors the careers of several other celebrities who once stood at the top but crumbled under the weight of scandals. Think of R. Kelly, whose music career and influence spanned decades before he was convicted of sex trafficking and abuse, tarnishing his legacy. Harvey Weinstein is another glaring example. Once a powerful film producer, his long history of sexual assault was exposed, leading to his conviction and the collapse of his empire. Bill Cosby, once beloved as America's dad, faced similar disgrace after being convicted of sexual assault, erasing decades of career success. In each case, these celebrities wielded immense power and influence, seemingly untouchable for years despite persistent rumors. But like Diddy, the evidence eventually caught up with them, proving that even the most powerful aren't immune to the consequences of their actions. Also, there have been some wild rumors floating around TikTok and Twitter, suggesting that high-profile pastors like T.D. Jakes attended Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. These allegations have gained traction, with viral videos fueling the gossip. However, Bishop T.D. Jakes directly addressed these rumors during a live-streamed Christmas service, firmly denying any involvement. He referred to these claims as baseless lies, and emphasized that he would not dignify them by addressing them from the pulpit. His team has also released statements calling the rumors completely false, dismissing the videos circulating on social media as distortions or deep fakes. Just when it seemed like the rumors surrounding Diddy's freak-off parties were starting to settle, another bombshell hit. A video has surfaced in which a pastor claims that over 38 preachers attended these scandalous events.
The church has become corrupt. I want you to hear me right now. I'm looking at and hearing about this thing with Diddy going to, being arrested, and all the different people who were a part or associated with him. They have found a list of 30 some odd ministers that went to some of those, what they call them, freak off parties or what have you, at his place. We're at a time of exposure because God says judgment begins in the house of God. It begins in the house. If the church is corrupt, there is no way that we can preach a godly message to the people. So the people leave out corrupt. And now they go into businesses and in life where they are carrying that corruption around. And now the cities, the states, the nations become corrupt because the churches have become corrupt.
This revelation couldn't come at a worse time for the Christian community, as 2024 has already been a tough year for church leadership, with a string of high-profile pastors stepping down due to moral failures, many of which involve sexual misconduct. For example, Robert Morris, the founder of Gateway Church in Texas, resigned after accusations surfaced that he sexually abused a minor in the 1980s. Similarly, Tony Evans, a beloved figure at Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship, stepped down after admitting to an unspecified sin. And more recently, Steve Lawson, pastor of Trinity Bible Church in Dallas, was removed after being caught in an inappropriate relationship with a much younger woman. These incidents echo a growing trend of moral failures in the church, where leaders have misused their authority and succumbed to sexual immorality. The connection between these latest claims involving Diddy's parties and the broader issues of pastoral accountability adds yet another layer of scandal to a year already riddled with moral crises within church leadership. The question remains, how deep does this go, and what impact will it have on the church's credibility moving forward? But let's zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about Diddy, it's about something bigger. It's about justice. See, in this world, people with power and money often think they can dodge accountability, and for a while, they do. But as Christians, we know that nobody, no matter how rich or famous, is above God's justice. Romans 2:6 says, God will repay each person according to what they have done. No one gets away with it, not in the long run. Let this be a clear warning to any pastor or preacher who's leading a false life. God's judgment is real, and it's coming. Galatians 6:7 says, do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. If you think you can live one way in the pulpit and another behind closed doors, the truth will catch up with you. Just like we're seeing with these pastors, it's not just the court of public opinion that's watching. God sees it all. If you're out here misleading people and hiding sin, Judgment Day is coming, and no amount of fame or status will save you from it. Time to repent before it's too late.